Oh yeah, I can actually speak through this. What's going on? Nice to see you here. I haven't done this for a long time, so I'm a bit rusty. Being pent up in this stale hotel room for 11 days now. Ah, I try my best, trying to get better at it. Quicker. I've got all these reference photos. I've been wanting to use them for a long while now. Just trying to find inspiration and the energy. Thank you. I'm trying to not get to that. I've been getting to that point lately where I kind of question what I'm doing and whether or not what I'm doing is good enough. And I got to get out of that funk. The best way to do that is just to just start drawing, stop thinking too much, and just start drawing. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up there. I hear there, dude. And like the only thing that you could do is just like persevere, just push yourself. Otherwise, you're just gonna stay in that funk and just you know just question every single small thing you do, and not give the public a chance to appreciate what you're doing. Yeah, man, I know. I can tell by your what you call it, your screen name there, and your icon or avatar. All right, sharpen this pencil. And when it comes to drawing, man, the less I think about what I'm doing, the better it is. If I sit down and think too much about what I'm doing, it gets all. Oh yeah, I think it was on there twice. It was really surreal. That's like the last thing I was expecting to see. But yeah, humbling to say the least. They're all good people out there, man. All good people. Like I didn't meet one person out there who was like, well, kind of rubbed me the wrong way or anything like that. Like everybody was just really, really awesome. It was the perfect event. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see that. When I saw it on there, I kind of got some cold chills because it doesn't feel like the event happened. It was it's just like one of those surreal moments where you see the video and the pictures and all like, yeah, that really happened. But it doesn't feel like it. All right, let's get these eyes. Appreciate it, man. Once I get back to my home base, I'll be able to sit down and kind of absorb everything and look through it all and start pumping out some work. What's up, Darius? Good to see you here, man. Thanks for dropping by. Finally, like, man, just being here in this hotel room has sucked all of the creative energy out of me. And but I was like, I don't know. I watched a stream today, and I was like, okay, I got to get my shit together here. Enough of just sitting around and moping. Time to get some stuff done. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, put that creative, well, all of the positive vibes, the positive energy that we got from that place, put it to some good use. Thank you. Thank you, Rough Girl. What I'd like to get to the point, I mean, I work with a lot of reference photos, but what I want to do is get to the point where I could just pump out the same figure, the same look without looking at a whole bunch of reference photos. They're kind of a crutch to me right now, but I figure with, practice, that aspect of my artwork will come about. At least I'm hoping so. Like, I've got this one model that I work with, and she's awesome. She's like, yeah, just works really well with the camera. But yeah. I don't know, I saw this picture. I was like, she looks like some kind of like cheetah-esque lady. So maybe I could give her some like little fangs or something like that. I need to give her some sharper nails. And it helps I got some rockin' music going on right now. Some, I think it's My Chemical Romance's first album. Used to listen to this a lot back in the day. It's just got that beat to it, non-stop. There's like a lot of energy into it as well. Let's say, Shada. Yeah, this is what I needed to do. You know me, man. I could do that. Let's see. The underdrawing is almost done. No, that was really quick. It's good when you're working with a nice photo. So for all of you that want to know, this is, what day is it? I've been in quarantine for over 11. Shoot. Since August 17th. First 3 days, we're in a really small hotel room. Just cooped up there for 3 days. I could barely even walk. I couldn't even walk around. It was so small. And after that, got moved over to a different hotel. Been there since August 20th, so for 9 days now. And I'll be released back out into the wild in August 31st. Bye. God damn it. Appreciate all the likes there, guys. All the comments and everything. Don't know what I'm going to do with their outfit here. Could just keep it as it is. I didn't even bother watching it. Like, I stopped watching. What was the last thing? The last thing I watched, Marvel or DC related, was the third. I think it was the third or fourth episode of WandaVision, and they pulled a bunch of crap in it. Oh no, that was the same day that Gina Carano got fired. So when that happened, I gave them all the big middle finger. Nothing to do with you anymore. So I just decided to concentrate on my own work, concentrate on my own stuff. The hell with them. I'm not giving them another ounce of my time. I'll watch older stuff. I'll go back and watch older things. I just watched V for Vendetta the other day for the umpteenth time, which is a great movie. Yeah, just done with them. I mean, I'm not even bothered watching anything anymore. I'll let Gary and Culture Casino and 32 Flavors, Nick Wise, I'll let those guys do the dirty work, but they ain't going to get an ounce of my time. I just kind of, I'm not going to support a corporation that goes out and treats people like that at all. I'm not even going to bother to pirate the stuff. I know it sounds kind of, I don't know, it's kind of lame on my part, but that's just the stance that I've decided to take. was somebody else. Oh, Eric July was saying that the other day. He's like, I'm just, done wasting my time with these punks. And he's like, I'm going to invest my time in my project now. And that's how I am at this point. You guys don't have anything. I don't know. Just can't be bothered with it. Oh yeah, man. You know what? I'm gonna watch that. I've been looking for movies to watch. I've been going through all of the old, some of my old favorites here while I've been in quarantine. And yeah, I haven't watched that one for a long while. Great suggestion, man. What was really cool at Vegas was there was a lot of creativity, like a lot of creative minds up in there. Yeah, Justice for Johnny. Shit, dude. Like there are writers there, there are artists there, just a lot of like intellectual thinkers, just a whole, gambit cornucopia of good individuals out there. Yes, Nicolas Cage and Benicio del Toro. I'm right. Yeah, Benicio del Toro, right? Was it Benicio del Toro? I'm pretty sure it was. Drawing is almost done here. When you got like the actress for Cowboy Bebop coming out and saying shit like that, look, you lost me. I'll just go back and watch the anime. It's better. Don't stop. Yeah, Benicio del Toro. Stop. No. I don't know if you guys can see what's going on here. I'm using a blue pencil. Usually I don't use a blue pencil, but yes, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. That's another one. That one's ridiculously crazy. It's like they took Desperado and threw it on acid. It's like Desperado on acid. That's where Johnny Depp gets his eyes, like, what was it? Burnt out? Blown out? I can't remember what it was. Shot out? Blown out? Something like that. It is. Like, what should we call it? Whoa. What's the zombie one he did with Bruce Willis? Where the girl had a machine gun on her leg? That's Robert Rodriguez. Dude, Twan, the 13th Warrior, is one of my favorite films. I've watched that movie. I don't know how many times I've watched that movie. And I've been going on and on about that movie forever. It's like just one of those, it's not a perfect movie, but it's just an amazing story. Great Grindhouse, thanks. Like, just mixing the middle, like Arabia and Vikings, like genius. And apparently, if I'm not mistaken, that book was written, it was based on a book written by Michael Crichton. And Michael Crichton and a friend had a bet that Michael Crichton had, they made a bet that Michael Crichton couldn't take Beowulf and make it into an interesting story. That's what I heard a long time ago. Because when I was in college, I took a course on that genre of writing. I can't remember what the course name was called. Medieval Renaissance writing. Medieval Renaissance. literature. It was like a medieval Renaissance literature course. And I think the movie came out about that time that I was in that course, actually. Oh, Machete. I haven't, I've never seen Machete. On the list. Some coffee. What time is it for you guys over there? Oh, cool. Appreciate that. Oh. The Dirty Dozen, which is basically based on Akira Kurosawa's Shin no Ronin. Oh, no. Sorry. Um, Seven Samurai. Shin no Samurai. Okay, time to break out the inks. So I like to work the traditional way. I computer, so I don't like to work with digital. I don't like to work with digital line art. I don't like to work with any kind of digital until maybe the last step of the process. Let's see what I got here. Yeah. I miss you. Oh, got another person join. Appreciate everybody showing up here. Let me and I don't like to be like really extremely crisp with all my artwork. I like to have some kind of like organic feel to it. That's just the way I draw. That's another thing, Juan. You just gotta like accept it. It's what you do, it's how you write, it's who you are. And the only person that you need to be really challenging is the person that you see in the mirror. That's it, bud. Everybody else, it just doesn't matter. I know it's a harsh thing to say, and you want people to like what you do, but you're never ever going to get everybody to like what you do. Not in a million years, no matter how good you are. I don't. No problem, dude. I mean, once in a while, but basically, it's gotten to the point where I don't know. I'm the only person who will give that kind of advice to me. I've got to be that person that you know that convinces me. Hey, you can sit around and worry and second guess yourself, or you can not give a care and then just start pumping out stuff. And you're gonna do good stuff. You're gonna do bad stuff. Like I tried to do some artwork here the last couple of days, but it's just been this atmosphere, dude. It's just sucked the creative energy out of me. And I've thrown together a couple pieces, complete shit. So I started getting down, started feeling a bit negative. I was like, hell this, man. I'm just gonna start having fun. Shit. I'm using this new nib, and it has a bad habit of until I've used it for a while, they leak. It's every day. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Like a ripped Jane of the Jungle look to her. There we go. Oh, okay, I got you, rough girl. Well, I thought everything had been published. I haven't, like, I'm one of those guys I'm kind of late to the game, but I haven't read any of Berserk. Now, whenever I first came to Japan, I remember seeing a lot of the artwork, and I was like, man, I really love the artwork, but my Japanese wasn't good enough at that point to read it and really understand the context of the story. So I kind of stayed away from it and read things like, whatchamacallit, Slam Dunk, because I like basketball. Yes, I kind of missed out on that. And my camera, if I could show you guys like this whole setup I got here, I had to go MacGyver on my hotel room. Like I had to undo a lampshade and attach. I had this board that was the back of my sketchbook, and I used that and attached my camera to it. So it's all just really, it's wacky. So I can't get my whole here, but this is what I'm doing right now. Yeah. It's like this cheetah looking girl. About fishing? Man, they got manga for everything over here. I'm not kidding. Manga for everything. And good night. So long. Okay, rough girl, Juan. I really haven't. I don't know who's all listening out there right now, but I kind of, I don't, you know, I don't give. I don't want my students to find out about this, but I got COVID. I didn't have it when I left Las Vegas. I didn't have it when I got into Tokyo, but they put you, because I went to Nevada and I went to Tennessee. Those are two states that are on the bad list. So if you come back into Japan and if you've been to either of those places among other states, then you have to do a mandatory 3-day stay in a designated hotel, which I did. I felt completely fine. And on the last day that I was there, that morning, it was the morning of the 20th, they gave me a test, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you got COVID hotel." And I don't know if my overlords are listening or who's out there listening, or whatever. I had, I was completely fine. I had like cold symptoms for a day and a half, and that was August 22nd and 23rd. Yeah, I felt a little. I felt a little bad 22nd, 23rd, but I feel completely fine. I don't. There's nothing wrong with me at all. I'm just ready to get home. Like I've had overs. I've had colds that were worse than what I had. Um, but they took a test on the 26th and 27th, and I still had it in my system apparently, even though I wasn't feeling anything. So I have to stay here till the 31st. And the worst thing about staying here is I can't leave my room. I can only leave my room for like maybe I can only take a walk around the floor that I'm on, the fifth floor, at a time after lunch. The meals, I get these lunch boxes, they're just shitty. But what they did give me today, which I was happy about, was a bag of chocolate. Yay. A chocolate in my lunchbox. But I feel completely fine. Now I have natural immunity to it. And whenever I found out that I had it, I was like worried for like a minute. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to be fine. And sure enough, I was. But the thing that sucked is yesterday was my birthday, and I spent it alone in a hotel room. But I did have Friday night tights to keep me company, so that was really nice. Yeah, so that was cool. But no, I feel completely fine. I have no idea when I got it, or how I got it, where I got it. But yeah. I'm strong young man. It's just staying in the same hotel room for 11 days, 12 days. Yeah, I know. Well, it was this happens to me all the time with Gary's channel. I sent in a super chat. I was like the third super chat that yesterday's stream. And I said, hey guys, great seeing everybody out in Vegas. It's my birthday today. Please don't sing. But my super chat never got read. Exactly. Worse than COVID, dude. So when I get back to my place, I'm going to invite over a bunch of friends. We're going to have poker and darts night, and we're all going to get, pretty much wasted. Yeah, it sucked, dude. I was trying to like stay positive the whole day. I was like, you know what? I feel fine. I'm healthy. I might be in like a little bit of a prison, but I feel fine. But as the day went on, I was just like, I started feeling a bit down. I know that's what I noticed as well, rough girl. Like, and I have some complaints about that, to be honest. Like, not everybody could throw out $50. I can't throw out $50 super chats, but I noticed yesterday, especially, that they were getting read off. There at the beginning, they were kind of getting read off in monetary order, and then after a while, they started going, back down to like, $10, $5, $2. But there at the beginning, it was all like really big stuff, and I understand, but mine was still for $10, and I was for a couple of streams now. Mine have been getting skipped, and Kay asked me if I wanted to say something about it. I was like, whatever, I don't care. I'm not trying to get like public recognition, but you know what I mean. But I think it's just one of those things you kind of got to be a bit careful about, because not everybody can afford to throw $100 here and there, but yeah, I understand. No, no, no. It's more than you. And what what I think, I mean, there's a lot of channels where people don't read any of them. You know what I mean? And the problem is when you get bigger and you get more super chats like that. I mean, how do you handle them? And that's a decision that they make on their side. And and then it leaves the ball in our court if we are going to, donate money to it anymore. But the one thing that they do is they have a super chat follow up, which a lot of other people don't have that. When it's got to be tough. I mean, you see people throwing out big money to you, and you're like, you want to acknowledge that, but at the same time, to one person, their $50, $100 to us might have the same value as $5 or $10 does. Yeah. So I I've met Gary, I've met all of them, and I know that they're good people, and I know that they got to make a lot of decisions, and they talk about this behind closed doors. And if that's the way they want to deal with it, that's the way they deal with it. I mean, but yeah, exactly, one. Yeah, yeah. But whenever I was over in Vegas, I mean, Gary completely like was so cool with me and everything, and gave me a bunch of shout outs. And you know what he even did on the first night that I was there, on the first meetup, I had the opportunity for some kind of special thing, but I got too drunk and forgot to see him at the end of the night. I think he was going to invite me out to the villa, but instead I went out with Foul Ball Productions and we got completely blitzed. But that was fun. I'll be waiting. I what I what I need to do, rough girl. This is the scary thing. I know it's really scary, but I need to put myself in a position where I have to make money from this, and I need to put all of my energy into this. And I still haven't done that yet, but there's a point where I have to get out of my comfort zone and put myself in that position that's going to force me to say, okay, this is where my income's coming from. So you better, and yeah, it's freaking scary as hell to do that, but I think that time's coming around the corner. So my next step too, other than working on a couple projects I got going on now, the next step also is I want to get me a store. I've got some people asking to buy stuff from me. They're like, "Where can I get it?" And I don't have an answer for them because I don't have a store set up. So I'd like to get a store set up. Shit. Slenderman. Go for it, dude. Why not? If it works with the story, if it feels organic, then go for it. Yeah, I mean that's where I mean whenever I went to Vegas, I put it out there that I'm working on. I've promoted myself. If you want to succeed at what you're doing, just tell people about it. Just say, hey, look, this is what I'm doing. And once you start telling people that you're doing it, you got to go through with it. So the number one step for get things started is just like, hey, tell people, all right, be on the lookout because I'm working on stuff. 'Cause she could try. Like I want people, like I had people say they want to buy shirts from me. That so yeah. Yet another thing I need to be doing. I need a manager. I say that, but I know in the end it's me that's got to do the work. All right, here we go. So I got the basic inking done here now. And this is all done. Got a little bit of a bleed there, but I like those little happy accidents. So that's the basic inking, which I do with this old boy right here. Now I got to dry it off. Where's my dryer at? I see I lugged all of my equipment around so I could do this kind of artwork while I was stuck in a hotel room. So I dragged all of my English teaching materials and my artwork materials all over the globe. Oh man, just happy accidents. I live off of those. I don't know if you can have those while you're writing, but if you ever have an accident while you're writing, stick with it. Right now, I'm trying to imagine what kind of setting she's in. A little note to oh man, darn it, tape always comes up. A little note to everyone out there: whenever you use a hair dryer while you're doing a live stream, it'll come up with another person watching. It's really crazy. All right. It would be nice if they. I'll be drawing sometimes, and I'll be, damn it, I wish I had Control X while I was drawing, because I want to take something. I'll make a mistake or what have you, and I'll be like, if only I had that Control X option while I was drawing. Now, people who do all their stuff digitally, they have that at their, they have that at their. What's the word I'm looking for? Their repertoire. They have that at their hands. They have that at their use. No, that's not what I'm looking for. So now I'm just trying to, I've got this paper I'm using, and I use this blue non-photocopy blue pencil. But the problem is the paper that I like to use, it doesn't erase very well. But once I use ink on top of it, it'll kind of erase. The ink will cover it up. Yeah. Like if you're working digitally, you could just Control X, Control X, Control X. Whereas if you're not doing that, well, she does a lot of work with oils as well. Maybe one day she'll drop by my stream. Give it a like. Star Wars Girl, if you're out there. Drunk 3 Prio, if you're out there. No, that's it. You guys being out here is the most important thing. Man, I'm getting hungry. That's okay. That's chocolate. So the next step is, yes, EVS does. He does his work by hand, but his coloring, he does his drawing and his inking by hand, and then he gets colorists to take it in and do the coloring digital. But I like to have control. Like, this is the way I am. I like to have control from the beginning to the end with my drawings. I don't like people doing the coloring. I don't like people doing the inking or anything. I want to do it all by myself. So yeah. So I'll do the whole process by hand. All right. Love it. I'll leave it. Whoa, that's. Did your challenges, what is an automatic, or is it something that you have to work on? Rough Girl, I think you're using that question. Challenge is, what is an automatic, or is it something that you have to work on? I think that your auto spelling or auto input, language input has. Let me try to interpret what you try to say here. Did your challenges, what is an automatic, or is it something that you have to work on? I think what you're trying to say. I'm not. What is your time? Oh no, you always have to work on stuff. Like, to get to the point where I am right now with my comic book drawing, and I think Juan can attest to this. If you compare what I was doing a year ago to now, I think there's been a vast improvement. And like anything in life, sports, writing, everything. It's something that you constantly have to be working at. And if you don't draw for a while, which I haven't drawn for a while because of this whole situation, you will find that you get really rusty and you kind of go back to square one and things, and you have to push yourself to what should we call it, to get back to that point that you were before. So whenever I'm working, whenever I'm drawing, painting, or what have you, whenever I'm doing my work, if I sat around and thought about, oh man, I got to be better than EVS. Oh man, I got to be better like, you know, Jim Lee or Jay Lee, or I got to be better than Todd McFarlane. I'm never, ever, ever going to be close to those guys. And I know that. And that's something that I have to understand. But what I can do is I can challenge that guy that I see in the mirror. And I challenge him every single day. And what I want to do is whenever I look at my artwork or I look at something I did, I want to be surprised about it. And I want to say, damn, that looks better than what I did yesterday. And for me, those are the steps I got to take. And at the same time, I can look at something that EVS has done. I can look at something that Todd McFarlane or a really great comic book artists have done. And I can appreciate it and I can like it and I can get inspired by it. But the last thing I want to do is try to emulate that, because I'm just going to end up trying to be a copy of what they are. Whereas what I want to be is I want to be James Harris. I want to be a version of me that I like. And the only way I could do that is just like keep on maintaining my style, my approach to it, and make improvements on that. You know, find some hints here and there, some nice tips, some techniques, but maintaining my look and my approach to it, and not just trying not to be somebody else. And that's one thing I just got to really focus on, is not trying to be somebody else. And really like what I'm doing, really appreciate what I'm doing, and trying to hone it in, you know, find my weak points. I have many a weak point, and work on those while having fun at the same time. So yeah, it could be you know, and I'm sure that even the big artists out there are the same way as well. They definitely look at other artists and they definitely think, oh man, I love that guy's stuff. But they kind of have to maintain their own look. Otherwise, you know, people will sniff that out. They're like, oh man, James is trying to draw that guy, but it's not real. Oh. I know that's kind of a long answer to a short question, but that's basically where I stand right now within my artwork approach. So with this acrylic ink, I like to put this first layer on here and kind of wipe it around. It gives a nice skin tone. Oh, almost forgot the other leg there. Now, one thing that I do like to do are these live drawing streams, because I like drawing around people. I like having an audience. It's just one of those things. So like places I love drawing at a coffee shop. I love doing these live streams. It's like really, really, it gets the, oh, what the hell? Why did I do that? Yeah, of course, Juan. I mean, those are aspects that people have had within their characters from the get go, but it's not something that completely made them. It was a part of them, but it didn't make them. I'm gonna like for all of you out there listening right now. When I was a kid, and for me, this isn't anything I'm bragging about. This is completely straight up. Favorite characters: I loved Psylocke. I loved Rogue. I loved Storm. Um, yeah, even Jubilee. I was a big X-Men guy. But the fact that like their race, their religion, whatever, I never thought about it. They're just cool characters, and the ladies were hot. Never thought about it. Star Wars, Lando Calrissian. Who cared if he was black? Who cared if the person was Asian? Who cared if they were Jewish or what have you? If they're Catholic or if they're Buddhist. It's a part of who they are, but it's not who entire. It's not their entirety. So I have a little story to tell about a movie I watched today. And I have to be I haven't watched this movie probably for about 15 to 20 years. It's been a really long time since I've watched it, but there was a line in there that really caught me. Well, not just there was a section of the movie that really caught me, and it has a lot of it's very relative to what's going on nowadays. But I watched Schindler's List today. I know I needed an upbeat movie to put a smile on my face. That's a lie, of course. But what I did was I checked IDBM's top like 150 movies of all time. I was like, man, I haven't watched Schindler's List for a long time. I remember it being really good. And I think when the Nazis, I think were first went into the ghettos and were trying to decide who was going to stay and who was going to go, who was going to get placed where, what have you, they used the term essential workers. And I remember hearing that while I was watching the movie and just getting really, really irked by that because that term has been thrown around for the last couple of years. And it's just one of those scary terms whenever you make one person essential and another not. That is an extremely slippery slope. I remember listening to that and then just thinking to myself, that's terminology that needs to just be stricken from our language. Essential. Just a little bit of a side note there on that. All right, let's see what I'm going to do here. Cool, this is going how I planned it. Awesome. I like it when a painting comes together. Because these last two things I was working on, I just wasn't concentrating either. Had a lot of bad thoughts going around in the head and kind of had to get rid of those before I went to the drawing board again. let's see. I think I'm gonna make that orange. Yeah, why not? Or maybe I can make it like a. No, let's make it. Trying to decide what color to make her clothes here. Okay. What is this? Oh, here we go. Some green. That's another thing about doing color like this. It's like, you know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This way. Let's try that. Some black. Where's the black at? Oh, there we go. Sheena. I don't even know what that is. What's Sheena? Yeah, like is it a G.I. Joe character? I'm trying to make these like this stripes on her fabric here. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's the kind of vibe I got whenever I was doing this, like that kind of character. Um, like each time I'm working with the reference photo, I see like a different kind of character, and who knows, I might have seen that in the past somewhere, and it's kind of in my subconscious. Oh yeah, me too here, man. I think a lot of us who are on these streams did. Kind of makes you wonder what the next generation is going to be like, because I don't think a lot of them watch TV. Like, they don't go to TV for entertainment as much as we did. Well, basically, because that's, you know, we didn't have a whole lot other, forms of entertainment other than video games and. Let's see. I hold your arms tonight. Most thing I can say. Hey Juan, thanks for popping on here tonight, man. Appreciate it. Keeping me company. All right. Where that? Whew. How long have I been working here? An hour and a half. Yeah, I usually spend about 2.5 hours on these. So I'll probably put in another good hour's work. Live your life. No, cool, man. I really wish I could get into the whole gaming thing. I've been out of it so long. It feels like it's tough to get back into it. Maybe somewhere down the line. Do you care right now? Oh, thanks, dude. Uh, I hope this does something for you. I want to give her yellow eyes. I'm going to give her yellow eyes. How about that? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Why the hell not? Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, there's her eyes. It's more red. Okay. Yeah, so this is basically how I work. It's the I just go from experience. Shit, what did I just put? No, maybe that's a good accident. All right, let's do that. Nah, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Let's go straight to the hair. So the good thing about these acrylic inks is they go on top of my waterproof black comic inks. Oh, that's cool. There we go. That'll work. And I like it whenever I'm doing a picture. I'm like, ooh, that looks cool. Doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, I roll with it. All right, let's dry this off a bit. I'm really enjoying this foreshortened hand here. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Let's give her some red nails. Oops. Actually, let me try some purple. Try some purple here. Oops. Yeah, red. Ooh, that's a cool color. Oh, thanks, dude. I got some work to do on some parts of her that I'm not really happy with right now, but I'll go in there with a little bit of, you know, some white ink and kind of buffer up some places. I got to that zone today. It's taken me a while to get back to it, but I got to the zone. Thanks, Retro. Coming along here. Thank you. She's yeah, it's coming along. I can't get the whole picture in here at the same time because of the table limitations. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. So it's just now I want to work with the background. But I don't want to make the background too detailed or anything. I'm going to make it kind of arbitrary. I have an idea for it, but it just takes that point where you just go, okay, time to do it. And then you throw it together. Oh, whoops, I forgot about that. Just reds out here. All right, I think I'm going to go in the background now. I need to take a second and get some clean water here. The water's all gotten dirty, so I need to. 1 second. Here's a picture I was working on the other day, but I didn't feel it, so I kind of like, I'm still gonna got Kill Bill looking thing going on here. Maybe I'll go back into it, but I doubt it. Or maybe I'll try it again. All right. Clean water. Now let's. Oh, let's remember that. And don't stop. Put it down. Yeah, schmooze off. Put it down. So do it down. All right, let's go behind. Let's do this background. Just put a lot of water on it first. Lifetime. Here we go. Girlfriend. Yes. Oh, thanks, Darius. I'm working on the background now, trying to put her like in a jungle environment. I can't full picture at the same time because of my space limitations here. But I'm working on just this detailed part right now of roots and stuff in the tree. Yeah. It's coming along pretty well. Happy with it. Appreciate you coming back and checking it out. I don't know how much more longer I'm gonna work on it. It's been a while since I've done a live drawing like this, so yeah, it could get a little bit, do a little bit of work on the body, you know, but I'm having a great time doing it, as always. And that's a lot of that's thanks to you guys coming out here and dropping by and just, you know, leaving a comment or popping in the chat. That really makes it all that more funner. Oh, I sleep on a bed, dude. Totally bed. I slept on the floor the first 3 years I lived here. Uh, I lived in a very old style Japanese house. So I had a tatami floor, um, and I had my nice futon set and everything. Uh, but then after that, I moved to a bed. Uh, I don't. I mean, I think it's because the second place I moved to, I didn't have the tatami style floor. And so you don't want to be sleeping on a hardwood floor with the futon set. It doesn't do well for the body. So yeah, since then I've been. Oh, let's just go ahead and put a little bit of green here. Since then I've been on a bed. Yeah, but when I stay at the in-laws' house, I do sleep on the floor sometimes. And if I stay at like a Japanese style inn or something like that, I'll sleep on the floor. But no, at my house, I'm on a bed, definitely. Let's do more into this drawing. I think I've gone almost 2 minutes. Gone at 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'd like to show you the. I actually might do that. I want to show you the thing in the entirety. I'm gonna get these drippings going on here. There we go. Let's do it the other way. If you guys saw the setup that I had here right now, you'd laugh because what I did when I came to the hotel room, they had a bunch of trash bags here, and I used my cutter knife or my utility blade, and I cut the trash bags apart, and I taped them to the tables so I didn't get paint on anything. You might see out of Dexter. That's cool. I'm doing like right now. I wish you could see it in the bottom here. I'm going to try to show you. I'm doing all of this. I'm doing these tree roots, random ink washes to try to get this randomness to it. And up here in the trees, I've got some vines going on. But I want to go back in there and work into more detail. It's just going to take a long time. And I might call this one a quits here pretty soon just because something I haven't done is I haven't brought out my Copic pens. It's kind of silly. I should be working with those. And again, it's going on almost 4 o'clock. Man, it must be late for you guys over there. What is it, like? It's about 1 o'clock at night for you, isn't it, Juan? Yeah. Pens. Almost midnight. Cool. Thanks for sticking around this long, man. Yeah, thanks to you, bud. Like this one really came along well. Like I had my premonitions of like my worries about tonight, whether or not I was going to be able to put out something of some quality. Do I like a red room? A red room. I like a big room. I can tell you what I don't like is I don't like a hotel room for 11 days or 14 days. I don't need to do that again. Yeah, I've never heard that either. What an is that like is that a Japanese thing? I've never heard of it. Like a red room. Really? Huh. Now red is a very significant color in like Asian cultures. A lot of the time it deals with luck. The color red. But now, if you say the red light district, of course, that's going to be your district with all the mama-san and the the prostitutes and stuff like that. That's the red light district. So that's a different kind of red. I don't know if that's the red room that you're referring to. Oh, those sound very okay. That's where they made an appearance in that latest video game that came out, right? The 8 foot woman. I'll have to look that up. Fatal Frame. Okay. Yeah, again, I wish I could get more into this frame so you guys could actually see what I was doing. Well, when I get back home, I'll be able to do that. I just can't do that here with my setup. I've really had to MacGyver this whole hotel. The room cause people to go insane. Ooh. Oh, geez. I imagine if I had to stay in this room much longer, that's the eventual outcome that would have been. Yeah. Yesterday, when it was my birthday, that kind of pushed the limits a bit because I was trying to do some stuff and just nothing was going right. So I decided at around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to bed. So I laid down, went to sleep, and I woke up around 9:30 and noticed that my friend from England had called, and we talked and I was gonna like just ignore the phone call and go back to bed, but something told me, man, just get up and call back. They made the effort to call you. Be kind and be respectful and call back. So I did, and we had a great conversation, and it put me in a good mood. And thanks to that, I think today was a lot better because of that. All right. I don't think I'm going to do too much more to this. I might do some like some small detail work, but as far as ink is going, you know what? I'm going to put a couple of red spots here, like she's cut somebody. There we go. Yeah, that's what it needed. You know, a lot of time with my drawings, it's just that little last push. And then come in there with like a towel. Oh man, this is cool. Glad I pushed this. All right. We're going to have something to show you here. Fun. Let me take the tape off and I'll try to get a shot of this now that it's all. This ink dries up really, really quickly. Cool. Feels good when there's a good result. All right. Time to take off the tape here. And this will be the end of it at 2 hours and 32 minutes. It's pretty consistent like that. Woohoo! I don't know if you can hear that announcement in the background, but right now it's telling you it's time for your daily checkup. Please take your temperature and your oxygen level reading, and please use the QR code to report those to the authorities. Yeah, I was saving that brutal look till the end, but I figured she's in her wild elements. She needs to have that going for her. Let's check this out. Uh-oh. All right, here we go, man. The moment of truth. Da, 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 da. There, the wild beast of the jungle. I like these little roots down here. Tree roots. There she is. Well, man, thanks for dropping on by. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Appreciate you coming out here and keeping me company, bud. And whenever I get back, let's talk together. All right? Let's push things. Get things rolling. Like I said before, I'm cool with working on more than one project at one time. But yeah, the background was really fun. The background, I never know where the background's going to take me, but this one, it turned out just how I was imagining it. I wanted to have this like, just this jungle-esque look. So that initial yellow wash, I wanted to keep that as the bright part and then kind of build on top of that. I've never done anything like that before, so this was, it's always like every single picture almost feels like it's like a first time experience for me. But I like this blood here as well. It really kind of brings it all together. All right, man. Have a good one. I'm going to go have a coffee, have some chocolate, chill out, maybe watch a movie. I'll try to see if I can find Fear and Loathing. But Darius, Rough Girl, Juan, of course, thanks for dropping on by and checking out. Be on the lookout for another one to come. All right, man. Take it easy. See you, bud.